vibe coding is like, that's a new...
People are going off about that. And I kind of have a rant here. I'm like, okay, yeah, vibe coding, whatever.
It's just a name on using these platforms to code. That's all it is. It's the name of, I put it in Claude and got code out.
Prompt to code.
That's called, it's a prompt to code. That's vibe coding.
Yes.
Now, our experience
software
is when Claude
engineers are not
out,
very happy about vibe coders right now.
Yeah,
they're very.
When somebody can very easily do what you do,
I'll be fair. Understood. Yeah.
Like if I made a living as a translator my whole life, and all of a sudden I can put something over on my mouth and that automatically translates it, and my livelihood is now at stake, that does upset me because now I got to reinvent.
But I feel like even before all these AI tools, right, there was still GitHub where people used to post open source coding for certain things. So if you're building a website, you need 5 features on top, you need a tab on your left. There might be blanket codes for that, which are open source, and you used to still copy paste that and refine it. So I think really it's not a whole lot of difference in that sense, but obviously the speed at which it does and the amount at which it does it insane. Like we wrote a 3-line prompt on Replit.
Yeah.
It took like 10 minutes and damn, it literally created logic into it with API key information that you could put on.
What was the prompt that you basically, it was like, I need a supply management or something like that.
Supply chain management, a logistic application or platform which would
plug into Procore, plug into Autodesk, plug into, like, basically like aggregate all of the stuff and give us like
from submittals and everything.
Yes.
And it had like a pretty detailed logic to everything. I was blown away by that.
Yeah, it was like, all right, so let me go through, here's all the logic. And then you want me to build it? Like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe tweak this one thing and we're good to go.
3 lines.
And then
that's it.
3 lines. And then we were talking and then we came back to it and I was like, all right, Sid, here you go. Check this out. And he was like, what the crap just happened? Because it was all clickable.
Yeah.
Like the interface was there. The issue that I'm seeing within Replit for development though, is that it seems like it's a lot harder to just extract all of that information down so that you can really mess with it. So let's say you build this really cool thing and you deploy it. Now you actually have to hire maybe a developer to come in and maybe change a couple things.
Clean it up. Yeah.
Because for some reason, like Replit just isn't doing the thing that you needed it to do. So we need to get a little bit more customized and a little bit more specific. It's really hard to download that stuff and implement it back into, like Visual Studio or some element that a development team would use. To change what you need to be changed. Yeah. And so that's the reason why I've like kind of backed off of that just a little bit. Maybe for like simple apps though, stuff that you're like, I don't care. Like I just needed to do 1 or 2 things here and I need to deploy it for my team. Or, hey, I need to connect A to B to C, like for internal, internal processes, internal systems for a company, like a small company like mine. Beautiful. Beautiful, because I don't need to hire a developer. I can just do it all in Replit.
And
so
even though it's like, even if you hire an outside help, you're doing like 90%, the AI is doing like 90% of the work. So yes, you can save on a few dollars on their consulting hours to clean up the code.
Yeah.
So it's still helpful.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I'm seeing too. Like the front end engineers, like the front end coders, this is a bad time for them. Back end, I think you're still good. Like, cause the UI, like making things clickable, like think about like a website, being able to click around, that's your front end, but your back end is like all of the intelligence. Like, I connect this server to this server and that to that. Like that's all of your like really detailed, like tough stuff to understand. I think those guys and gals are safe for right now.
Right now.
But I do think that the boogeyman is here and it's coming for him. But that really makes it interesting from a construction tech angle of like, okay, now we're getting to a point where it's becoming easier and easier for just a lay person like me. Like if I'm able to come up with something that works, this is a very scary time for everybody because like I don't know how to code, but I can prompt like nobody's business. And that's where I feel like there's some different things that are shaking out. It's going to be, I don't know, man. Like, give it 5 years. It'll be interesting to see what happens.